Hello friends, my name is Satali Srikanth and welcome back to a new video. And in this video we are going to learn about variables in JavaScript. But before that, if you haven't subscribed till now, please make sure you subscribe because that is going to support me a lot. Okay, now let's get into topic. What are variables in JavaScript? So friends, variables are just a containers that store the value. That's it guys. Variables are containers and that stores the values. So let me take a simple scenario, general scenario to explain what is the concept of variable. Here I have taken a pen and paper and I have written in on that paper something called sugar, and I went to my kitchen. In my home I went to the kitchen and I have taken a box which is sugar box, and that box contained some amount of sugar. Now what I did is I pasted this sticker to that box. Now in my hand I have a box, and in that box there is some amount of sugar, and outside the box there is something called sticker, and in that sticker something is written which is called sugar. Okay, now the scenario in the programming is that kitchen is called RAM or main memory, and that box is called container or variable, and the sticker which has that name is called variable name, and the sugar is called data which resides inside the container. That's all about the memory. So here what happens is, whenever you create a variable in JavaScript, some amount of memory is allocated to that variable in the main memory, and whatever the name you have given to that variable, that name is associated to the memory space of that variable, right? So if you want to retrieve that data, or if you want to get the sugar, you have to call that name, box name which is written outside like sugar. In the same way, if you want to get any data that resides in the memory, you have to call its variable name, just like that. Okay, now you have understood, I hope you have understood what is the concept of variable in JavaScript. Now let's see another question. Why variable? Why variable means to store data. Why we are using variable in JavaScript? To store the data. Next, how to declare and initialize a variable. So here friends, we have three keywords which are from which we can initialize the JavaScript variables. One is var and the other one is let and the const. So I will take another video to explain differences between these three, because there are a lot of differences is present. Okay, for now let's go, we'll go with var only, because var is being used from older versions of JavaScript. These let and const are introduced in ES5 in 2015 versions. Okay, so there are some differences between all these three things, I mean three keywords. Okay, how to name a variable? Okay, let me show you by declaring and initializing a variable. So I'm taking a var keyword and I'm taking a variable something called let's say sugar. This is the name of variable, and I'm passing it a value called sugar. Okay, now I have declared and initialized a variable. Now if I want to get this sugar, if I want to get this data from the main memory, from the memory, have to use what? Have to use this variable name called sugar. Okay, now I will write console.log sugar sugar. So if I write sugar here, now it is going to give me the output of that sugar data. So for creating, I mean we are confusing here because we have used same names. So let's give another name here, sugar sweet. Let's say sugar sweet. Okay, something just like that, and I'm opening with a live server. So I'm in my browser, I'm inspecting. Okay, I'm in my console. I'll zoom it a little bit. I hope you are able to see this now. You can see that we got the output as sugar and sweet. Okay, let's go back to the app.js file. Okay, we are done with this initialization and declaration of variable. Just like that, we can declare variable using let keyword. Let something let sweet equal to something called Srikanth, just like that. Okay, now we understood these variables. Now how to name variables? So friends, I don't know about other programming languages, but in JavaScript, to name any variable you have to use a camel case notation. So what is camel case? For example, if I have a variable like this, variable firstname, variable first name equal to something like Satali, that's my first name. So if I have a two words combination variable name like this, then the second word first letter should always be capital. So this is the camel case notation, notation to the variables. Okay, next we understood how to name the variables. Next, what is the correct way to write variable names? So there are some rules and regulations to write variable names. Just because it's programming language, we can't write our own, we can't give our own names to variables, right? So let me explain each and everything one by one. So first we can go with letter. So variable a equal to let me take 23 here. 23, and we can have that underscore. So variable underscore number equal to 32, and we can have dollar sign. So variable dollar and job equal to, I'm not getting suitable names, job equal to teacher. So these are some common ways you can declare variable names. Okay, and we should also understand what are the ways which we should not declare JavaScript variables. In that, the first one is we should not have numbers at the first. Okay, and we should not use this hyphen symbol, and we can't use this ampersand symbol, and we cannot use reserved keywords. And reserved keywords means there are some keywords like function, this, console, and other identifiers. So there are some reserved keywords in JavaScript. We can't name variable with that reserved keywords. For example, let's say variable function equal, you can see that I'm getting that red color VV underline. That's because it's wrong to use function as variable name, just like that. And I can't even use for example, let's 3 number equal to something, say 3. Now I'll console this and show you 3 number. Okay, as you can see, syntax error, invalid or unexpected token. So that's the reason we cannot start variable name with numbers as well as hyphen also. So let's do that also here. Okay, I'm erasing this. You can see we will get the same same error, and after that we can even still use ampersand, but we can't get. So you just mess with these variable names. You will definitely have you will get a clarity about what should we use and what we should not use in the variable names. Okay, we are done with that part also. And the second question, and the next one is variable names are case sensitive. By this, what this means is, for example, let's say variable variable teacher equal to, let's say male, he's a male teacher. Next, variable variable teacher equal to, let's say here female, female, female. Okay, now let's console both of that variable names. One is teacher, and I'm copying it again and I'll paste it again. Okay, here I'll take capital T. So let's see the output here. As you can see, one is male and another one is female. So what it is saying that they are case sensitive. It means this teacher is completely different to this teacher, because here we have used capital T and here we have used small t. So that is about case sensitive in JavaScript. Next, if you declare a variable in JavaScript and did not give it a value, then JavaScript adds a placeholder to that which is called undefined. So what it is saying is, for example, you have taken a box and you have added some sugar in that. You have taken a box and you haven't added any sugar in that. You just taken a box like this, variable box equal to just nothing. We haven't added anything, any value to that. Now what JavaScript is going to do is, it will take a sticker, it will itself takes a sticker, and on that sticker it will write something called undefined. So it will take that sticker and it will open that box and it will place that sticker inside that box. Now again, after some time in the code, if you change that, if you give value to that variable, something like box equal to sugar, so there should be sugar inside the box. Now again JavaScript goes back to that box, it will remove that sticker and it will throw it away, and by removing that sticker it will replace that with this sugar variable, sugar value. So that is undefined. I hope you can understand. If you declare a variable in JavaScript and did not give it a value, then JavaScript has a placeholder. Placeholder is nothing but when we fill any forms, we'll have that something called enter your first name. So this is a placeholder. So like that, JavaScript is going to define or write a placeholder at first if you don't give value to a variable. So that is all about that. Okay, next, JavaScript is dynamically typed programming language. Okay, what is mean by dynamically typed programming language? So that is nothing but, for example, variable teacher equal to, again variable teacher equal to, I have set male. Okay, now I am consoling this, console.log teacher, teacher. Okay, I'll get that male. Now I am changing that teacher equal to his age 23. Okay, now I am console, I log this also, console.log TEACHER. Now let's see what is the output we are going to get. So you can see first it is male and second it is 23. It means automatically the data type is, the value is changed. Okay, we understood at this point, but what we have to understand here is, in the first place it is teacher equal to male, and in the second place teacher equal to 23. Now it is male, that means it is a string, and here it is number. So JavaScript automatically changes the data type of a variable depending upon the value which we pass. Here I have passed string, so this teacher is string here, but again here I have given it number. Now it became the data type of integer, right? So that's the dynamically typed programming language. To understand that, we have an identifier in JavaScript which is called type of. So I will show you that now. Console.log type of, it takes a second argument, that is nothing but a value, which value we want to pass. So here I am passing teacher. So let's see what it is going to produce in the output. You can see that we are seeing number right now. So that is what I am saying, that is what the dynamically typed programming language means. Okay, now we have one more question. What is mean by identifier? So friends, it is also important to understand what is mean by identifier. Here all the variable names, here variable name is sugar, here variable name is sweet, here variable name is first name. So all the variable names are different, each and every variable name is unique, right? So that unique variable name which we are giving are known as identifiers, because they are identifying the value of the data. They are identifying the value of the variable, right? So that is identifier. So whatever the variable names which are unique, which we are giving, that all names are known as identifiers. Okay, now by this we have understood all the concept of variables in JavaScript. So I would like to repeat once again, what is a variable in JavaScript? So variable is just like a container which store some data, and we will give a name to that variable, and whenever we want to get that data, we will call with that name. So that's all about variable, and that's it about identifier. Identifier is nothing but it's a unique name of the variable, that is identifier. And we should only use these stylings, these notations, to give the something to that So I hope you have understood everything. If you have any doubts, you can please put them in the comment section. I will be really happy to help you with that. Okay, I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.